Right, so I admit it, I cheated. In my year 9 Spanish class, one day we had a vocab test that I was severely underprepared for. So I rolled up a little post-it note with a bunch of the vocab on it in English and Spanish and put it in my ink pen's lid. Unfortunately, when I whipped it out mid-exam, my teacher caught me instantly. I mean, I'm a nonchalant guy, but I wasn't always like this. I think I might have made it a little too obvious. And I got in trouble for it. I had to face the consequences of my actions. I mean, I basically had to go to detention by myself in my teacher's office room and write out the vocab with a magic little pen that etched the words into my hand as I was writing. But I was thinking back to that the other day and it got me wondering, are some forms of cheating more forgivable than others? Are all cheaters as bad as each other? And what actually counts as cheating? Well, today we are hopefully going to find the answers to those questions because we are back with another episode of Jubilee's Spectrum. This one is called Do All Cheaters Think the Same? So let's just jump straight into it.
My dad cheated on my mom cheated on my dad, my sister would always get cheated on, my brother cheated on his wife. I never thought that I would cause that kind of pain to someone.
Damn, just instant trauma dumping. Okay. We invited 5 cheaters to see the range of their values and beliefs.
I am a cheater, and it was a very hard time in my life when it happened. I ruined an entire part of myself.
Before, I wasn't very empathetic with cheaters, but after I did it, I understood.
I'm starting to worry I'm going to get rage baited throughout this entire video. I usually try on this channel to understand views different than mine, but I feel like I'm going to really struggle this time. And you know what? A couple of times lately, you guys have been like, Arthur, you were too nice in this one. So maybe we should get mean on these degenerates. But let's hear them out first.
I feel like it's a part of me, but it's not who I am right now.
I'd say in my early 20s, I didn't know why I was cheating. I didn't think a bunch about it.
Normally a lot of people, they definitely beat themselves up for it. I don't.
Well, most people have moral compasses that keep them in check, but I haven't got one. Most people around me usually feel guilty when they do something wrong, but not me. I hurt someone and betrayed their trust and I don't feel a thing. Like, weird flex, but okay.
When I cheated, I enjoyed it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Such a great
That is, can you imagine getting cheated on and then your partner ends up on a YouTube video with millions of views being like, I had a blast. I was blowing someone's back out and I did not think about my partner once. It was great. This video is going to be nightmare fuel.
I was there for it. I was there for the cheating. Like, let me tell you, like, I'm here for it. It's a catharsis. It's cool for like the moments while you're in it, and then afterwards, I feel horrible. It's like, okay, I'm doing this. I feel good because I'm connecting with someone and I'm not connecting with my partner. And so this feels good to have this sort of connection with someone else.
So wait, he did it. He felt good at the time, felt horrible after, and then what? Just completely forgot. His 2 brain cells were locked into being horny and were like, I'm pretty sure we've done this before, but I can't really remember the consequences. Just straight up kept having terrible experiences and learned nothing from it.
I cheated in another country, so at that time, I was like, oh, nobody's gonna know about this. I don't say anything. It's, it's all about me right now. So at that time, I enjoyed it. But yeah, as soon as I got back, I just felt so guilty. Man, you high and then it went like low.
Even just hearing it as a high is actually painful to listen to. It is actually kind of scary thinking about the type of person you'd have to be in that situation and not just be feeling overcome with guilt and shame at what you're doing to someone else. I mean, not the literal sex bit, someone else. I mean, the betrayal to your partner.
Yeah, I enjoyed it in the process because, one, my boyfriend at the time was 2,000 miles away. And here's my best friend's cousin, who is right here and open and willing. And I was like, fuck it, let's go.
I actually cheated on somebody. I was in a long distance relationship. I didn't cheat on the person like through sex. It was something totally different. I just considered other things as cheating. I did not enjoy it, no. It was like with a friend from like middle school. He like hit me up. I was like, how you doing? Okay, let's go hang out. What's happening? So no, I didn't enjoy it. And
You didn't enjoy the moment? Like you didn't enjoy like actually being with the person?
No.
Not at all from the very beginning?
No, it just like if you like let things happen, I just let it happen. I'm just like, oh yeah, no.
Really?
Not again.
Then why didn't you stop? Why didn't you say, no, I don't want to do this thing?
Yeah. That might have been like my lift's outside, gotta go. Yeah, at that point.
And like he was like my ride, so I couldn't like
My lift is outside.
It was her lift.
I couldn't. Yeah, no.
What? That was so confusing, especially given she didn't say what she did. How did she cheat on her partner? I mean, obviously, there are plenty of things you can do to cheat on your partner that aren't sex. But she said it was something totally different. And like, if she like made out with someone or something, you wouldn't be like, oh, that's totally different. So I want to know what she did exactly. Like, was she getting freaky in some unknown way, or unknown to me at least? Were they sharing a bed in Minecraft? How are you gonna say all that but just not tell us what you were doing?
Once a cheater, always a cheater. 3, 2, 1, go.
I would say I strongly disagree with this saying, simply because people change, people grow up, people learn things. Just because I did this one bad thing when I was like, let's say 15, doesn't mean that it should haunt me for the rest of my adulthood.
Yeah, that's kind of fair. I was going to say that, especially when you're that young. Like, there's obviously a big difference between cheating in a high school relationship when your hormones are all over the place and you're dumb as hell, and cheating when you're an adult in your 40s when you've been married for like 20 years.
Once a cheater, always a cheater? Okay, no, not really. I've been in several long-term relationships where like I've cheated from the very beginning into the very end of the relationship. And you guys are saying like I cheated one time when I was 15 or some shit like that. I'm like, oh, you guys are awesome. I was like on some straight fuckboy shit. So like I was straight up. So like what I was doing wasn't truly who I was. It was a defense mechanism. I have these strong emotions towards my partner. I really wish that they would listen to me. They're not. And so I'm just going to go and do something that makes me feel better.
Damn, kind of feels like they're blaming the partner there. Your partner wasn't quite listening to you, so you go bang someone else. Not very well justified. Also, saying being a cheater wasn't truly who I was. You cheated. There's a strong case philosophically for saying that you are defined by your actions. It doesn't really matter if you didn't want to or felt bad about it or deep down knew it was wrong. You did it. You're a cheater. I do kind of want to say now because I can feel that I'm getting more and more annoyed at these people already, and it's really early on. So I fear I'm going to become less understanding of them later on, but I do think the whole once a cheater, always a cheater isn't necessarily true. And I think that's the case even for someone whose prefrontal cortex has finished developing. Like, you can be any age and still learn from your mistakes and become a better person. So yeah, in everyone, I think that there's a path for redemption and growth and betterment. But that doesn't mean that I necessarily think that everyone is capable of such growth, you know?
So I don't think that once a cheater, always a cheater, but I do, on the other hand, always tell every partner that I've been with about my habits and what I've done in the past. I share it openly because I think it's something that should be shared more often, because we're not the only people that cheat. People watching this stuff are also cheaters.
Hey, I mean, as long as you're not counting my year 9 Spanish class, I've never done it. But that is interesting to hear that they tell their partners. I think for me, that would be such a red flag, especially if it was any kind of early on. If I heard that someone had cheated on a past relationship, I'd be like, damn, you genuinely are the type of person that when you owe loyalty to someone else, getting short-term satisfaction can override that. That is pretty wild. Yeah, that would freak me out.
I would be willing to forgive someone if they cheated on me. 3, 2, 1, go.
Wow.
Just because of the simple fact that I told my boyfriend at the time that I cheated on him, and then he forgave me. But then these things start happening where he's like, oh, but like, what's up? Where are you going? I'm like, oh, I'm going to a party. He's like, oh, boys are going to be there, huh? I'm just like, why would you do that? It just makes me want to like just go back to what I was doing. Let me just hop. Like, I can't.
What? They start to not trust you and you're like, oh, you doubting my ability to stay loyal to you even though I've proven that I do struggle with that. Makes me want to do it again. You're sick in the head.
Let me just hop. Like, I can't.
No faith or trust
Yeah,
in
exactly.
me.
The trust after was gone. Like, oh, yeah. I'm fine. We're fine. Like, no, we're not, because you're not emotionally, mentally like, oh, I'm like, we're done.
Right.
It wasn't done. So.
What the hell are you talking about? The trust was gone. Obviously it was gone. You smashed it on the floor. They sound like they're complaining that the faith and the trust was gone when they were the ones that broke it. And again, it kind of sounds like she's victim blaming when she's like, oh, we're not fine. You say we're fine, but we're not because I can tell you're not over it. Like, no shit, I'm not over it. You cheated on me. What, you're making out as if I'm the one in the wrong? You caused this. It's not my fault for not trusting you anymore. It's your fault for breaking my trust. This is like the red dress lady all over again.
After that, I broke up with him, and I was like, no, I'm not going to be that person and just like, oh, you cheated, bye. I'm not going to be like that mentally or physically. I'm just going to be like, no, we're going to work this out.
Damn, I mean, even the scenario that she's painting, she's going like, someone didn't fully forgive me for cheating. That's bad for them. I'm never going to be that person. I mean, I would never wish harm and suffering on anyone, but God forbid any of them do get cheated on. I would love to see if they hold true to their word. Whether they are actually going to be able to look in the mirror and go like, you said you wouldn't be one of those people that actively continue to care that you got cheated on. You're going to move on in this relationship like nothing ever happened. And I mean, maybe they will, but I sincerely doubt it.
If it was the other way around, I still would have been begging at his knees to be with me because of how much I was in love with him. And I still forgive him for what he's done to me. And if anybody were to do that later on, I'd be like, hey, I've done it too.
Jeez, that is, I mean, opening the door up to future people as well to do that. Like, it can't be healthy to welcome someone into a relationship and be like, oh, right off the bat, by the way, you can fully cheat on me and I will forgive you. Because surely some people are going to take advantage of that, right? I mean, I expected some rogue takes in this video because it is Jubilee and it's Spectrum, but I didn't expect them to be quite so ubiquitous. And we're not even halfway through yet.
3 out of the 4 relationships I was in, I was a cheater, but on that last one, I got cheated on. Cheating all throughout that first year. Second year, same thing through that. I forgave him for all of it. I was still the one begging him to be with me. I tried. I said I forgave him for that, but I didn't really. I still have a lot of hate in my heart for that. But would I let the next person do that? Hell the fucking no. Like, what do you mean I'm gonna get to know you just for you to do all of that stuff? Like, that's why we learn from our past mistakes, which that's kind of me being a hypocrite because I did the same mistake over and over again.
I mean, it's quite telling that the only person that says that they've been a victim of this so far is the only one not standing on strongly agree here. But I mean, it shouldn't take that experience for you to realize how awful that would be. Maybe cheaters in general like suffer with empathy. Suffer with empathy? Struggle with empathy. Because I feel like it doesn't take being cheated on to be like, wow, that would really suck. And it would suck so bad, in fact, that I might not be able to get over it. They were just sat there right on that final line like, oh, get over it. Yes, I was physically intimate with several other people, but you were thousands of miles away. You're probably asleep whilst it was happening. Why do you care so much? Get over it. Like, what the hell is wrong with you guys?
You changed?
Yeah.
Oh.
Only because, before I cheated, I would have actually been all the way back there. And then I came here because I hold grudges. So, I mean, I will be more understanding to a person if they cheated on me because I did it. But it would be really hard for me to let it go because I would always replay it in my head.
Oh, they're starting to understand. It took someone standing there being like, no, this happened to me and I have a lot of hate in my heart for just one person in that line to be like, you know what? Maybe that would suck. I'm the type of person to really keep grudges, and so maybe this would cause me to do that. This is like watching a bunch of cavemen discovering fire.
For me, actually, the person I cheated on, we're still together. We're getting married next month.
I was gonna ask you about that. Congrats.
Yeah, so he forgave me big time, obviously.
So you cheated on him overseas?
Yes. At first, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just break it off, not say anything. But he was so willing to fix whatever was going on, and he was like, I don't know what's going on. What can I do to fix it? And I was like, this is just what's going on. This is what I have in my head. Like, I'm unhappy. I think we should go to counseling and stuff. And so we did, and we're more honest and open with each other, and we were able to work it out.
Damn, fair play to the guy. Like, that takes a lot of understanding and love and forgiveness and patience and personal humbling and probably a lot of other things. I hope he is a forgiving type, because that happening before you even get married, you don't want to be like 30 years down the line and be like, that still sucks. Like, that still boils my blood thinking about. Because yeah, I mean, starting off a lifelong commitment to a relationship with a big burning ball of resentment deep inside your heart just cannot be healthy.
Cheating is always wrong. 3, 2, 1, go.
Somewhat disagree. Oh, this is already... Okay, I need to prepare. I need to go into Zen mode for a second. I need to chill out. Somewhat disagree. So you think that there are circumstances in which cheating isn't wrong? I mean, my pedantic brain is slightly saying, you know, if someone has a gun to your head and is like, cheat on your partner or we'll burn down 7 different nations, including your partner and your entire family, then it's like, can you really say that the cheating itself is wrong? Because it's probably what the partner, your family, and everyone in those 7 nations is going to want. But I fear, however infuriating that pedantry might be, it's going to pale in comparison with whatever path we're going to get taken down here.
It's not always wrong, because what if that person that your relationship with is like toxic? You're just like, okay, I have like an excuse to cheat on this person.
Just leave. You don't need to disrespect yourself like that. Just get out of there. I mean, okay, not all toxic and abusive relationships are particularly easy to leave. So you know what? If you're in a relationship that you don't want to be in, that you feel like it's a real struggle to get out, and they are toxic or abusive, and you find someone you really like, and you're like, wow, I would quite enjoy being intimate with this person, I think I could be convinced that that's not wrong. But if you're choosing to stay in a toxic relationship and you're like, no, I'm going to balance it out by cheating, that does not mean that it's not wrong, even if the other person totally deserves it.
That's why.
Isn't that more of an excuse to break up with the person?
I know, but like you still have benefits with that person too. You know what I'm saying? Like you're in this relationship and then you're like, you have benefits, so.
Okay, yeah, she's lost me. If she had turned around and been like, well, it's not always that easy to leave, I'd be like, you know what? I get your point. But being like, there are benefits to being in the relationship. This lady, I fear, actually needs some professional help. To be sitting there and justifying being in a toxic relationship and cheating because there are some benefits it's bringing you. And it kind of sounds like she'd justify it even if the person she was in a relationship wasn't toxic. As if she'd be in a regular relationship and be like, I don't really want to be in this, but I'm not going to leave because I'm still getting benefits, but I'm still going to cheat. This is straight up using someone. You're just going to give a lifetime of trust issues to someone because it's convenient for you. This is like the definition of people who want to have their cake and eat it too, but also at the expense of others.
You have benefits, so why am I?
That's a hard part, right? It's
Yes.
like, this is one of the things I'm like, why I'm afraid of marriage. It's like, in some ways, it's like, what if shit goes like super south? And like, I can't just undo this. This is not just a breakup.
What? You very much can break up. Have you never heard of divorce? I mean, fine, it's not particularly simple or easy, but it's not like you're stuck there like, oh, this marriage isn't quite working out for me. Well, it'd be a massive inconvenience to me to have to divorce you or leave. I'm just going to start cheating. I'm just going to have an affair because my hands are tied. Like, you have many other options. I mean, I don't like to be particularly judgmental on this channel, especially on these types of episodes, because like, it's all about hearing out other people's opinions. But it's really hard to listen to some of these justifications and not just be like, you're just a moron. Like, you're just stupid. Like, what the hell do you mean? You're surprised that your partner doesn't trust you anymore after you've cheated. You're pissed off at them for not instantly forgiving you and holding a little bit of the pain with them. And you're scared you might end up in a relationship, in a marriage, and be like, oh, what other choice do I have? This isn't going great, but, you know, cutting it off, what a pain that would be. Like, you're all idiots.
I am a firm believer that no matter how toxic somebody is, no matter how horrible somebody can be, I don't think anybody on this planet deserves to be cheated on. I wanted to believe I had good reason, but I didn't, even though he called me a dumb bitch every other sentence. And I was the most ugly and stupid person that he's ever met. And I only exist to send him nudes. Like.
Yeah, you did the right thing. We're getting out of that relationship.
Yeah.
You did the right thing, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, that sucks. That is horrible. And I can at least definitely understand a lot more someone who's like, I'm belittled and like bullied all the time in my horrible relationship. I found someone who's nice to me and is caring and stuff. I'm going to cheat on my partner with them. I mean, I'm not saying it's okay or it's right, but I can at least understand that more than someone who's like, well, I still want the benefits of my relationship, so I don't want to leave it, but I'm still going to cheat anyway. Like, that to me at least is a million times worse. Yeah, I thought that guy was going to be like, you did the right thing cheating on that dickhead. But he was right. She did the right thing getting out of it, and I'm glad she is.
You can be in love and still cheat. 3, 2, 1, go.
So the reason why I'm strongly disagree is because if you actually love someone, why would you ever want to inflict any sort of pain on them? Since you're supposed to be there, I guess you can say their other half, why would you want to be the bad half of it? It doesn't really make any sense.
Did you love the guys that you cheated on?
No, that's why.
You didn't love them?
I don't love any of them.
Did you tell them that you loved them?
No.
You never said you love. I love.
Well, I never said it to any of them because I didn't love them.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. I mean, I was in love with the people I cheated on. I mean,
Would you call yourself a selfish person?
super selfish. At that time, for sure. Super, super selfish.
But do you think you could have been selfish in a different way and still not have hurt the person?
Exactly. Yeah, I do. I agree with you. And that's a thing that now at this portion of life, like, I try and do. I've not cheated in a long while.
Yeah, I don't have too many experiences with relationships. So actually, my fiance, he was my first boyfriend. So
Did you feel like you wanted to experience other people? What was the
200%. So yeah, like I said, he was my first relationship, and at that time, like, I wasn't very confident in myself, my appearance, my personality. The guys were always looking at my friends, you know, and I was like, okay, this guy likes me. It's like, this is it, you know. And then as I got older, I just like more comfortable with myself, and I'm like out when I was in Japan, I was like, oh hey, people like I'm getting attention, like I love this, like not like I fell out of love with my fiance now, but it was like, hey, somebody else likes me, I am pretty, like I am cool. He's not just saying that, you know?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, that whole time I was just imagining their fiance hearing that. Oh, 200%. Like, oh, was part of that you just wanting to experience other men? Oh, definitely. I wanted to experience a complete stranger inside me. Oh, that's vile. But that is the kind of thing I'd be sat there worrying about as the fiance, just like lying in bed at night, like 200%. 200%. That wasn't just like yeah, I kind of did want to experience something new. That was oh, fucking yes, I did. Like mouth watering, like licking our lips, like, yes, I wanted someone else. I wanted the new experience of a stranger. I wanted to feel that hot, sweaty body of someone else thrust against mine. Just like cut to the fiance, just like slamming his head into a rock, just being like, let me forget she ever said that. But yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily blame her for being like, oh, I've only ever had one relationship. I've never had the experience of the attention from strangers or whatever. Like, oh, I'd quite like to have an adventure like that or a holiday romance or something. I feel like that's probably quite a common thought to have for someone who's only ever been in one relationship. But communicate that to your partner if it's that important to you, rather than betraying them. Just go like, hey, you know, this is what I've been thinking. What can we do? You know, I don't want to cheat on you, but I'm thinking this is more important to me than the relationship right now. So maybe we're gonna have to break up. Maybe just go on a break whilst I figure things out. Maybe I'm not ready to be fully committed yet. Maybe we open things up or bring someone else in. Have a cheeky little threesome. You know, there are just so many ways of approaching this situation or this problem, if you want to call it that aren't just cheating. You stupid little degenerates.
I have forgiven myself. 3, 2, 1, go.
Damn. You guys haven't forgiven yourself.
Why is he laughing at them? Oh, you guys still have some modicum of regret for doing that terrible thing to someone else who probably didn't deserve it. You guys need to get over it, seriously. It wasn't you guys that were the victims in this. Why do you care anymore?
I've forgiven myself. For sure. I mean, it took a lot of like reflecting. I don't think my cheating is not truly who I am. It was the result of not seeing healthy relationships as I was growing up, not seeing how people can work through things in a healthy way.
I feel like I had to forgive myself just because, especially after the relationship that I was in after that I got cheated on, just because now I understand both sides of it. It isn't easy both ways, but I feel like if you really actually want to learn and grow from something, you definitely have to forgive yourself, because you can't grow if you don't forgive yourself.
It's still so funny that she had 3 relationships where she cheated, and then a 4th came along and cheated on her, and she was just like, damn, well, I wasn't expecting this. This kind of fucking sucks. I wonder if he hadn't cheated first, whether she was going to get around to it eventually. She was just like, damn, this guy beat me to it. That's so embarrassing.
Still haven't kind of forgiven myself, just for the simple fact that we're kind of like in a courtship, so we're like intending to get married. So I could have been in like her shoes of like, oh, fiance, but I didn't get that chance just because of the simple fact that I cheated, and then all that stuff happened. And yeah, that's something that I was like, damn, this time, if I would have stayed and I didn't cheat, I could have been like married by now. I could have had like the life that I wanted.
Do you think that you would be like, you and the guy would still be together if you hadn't cheated?
No. To be honest, because it was, I don't know how long I would have lasted in a long distance relationship. So, well, that's why I cheated.
That's why I cheated. Good God. If you're in a long distance relationship watching this, don't freak out. I know loads of friends who went off to uni that then had their relationships become long distance relationships because of that, and they never cheated. I mean, obviously it happens, but it's like they're making out as if like that's a reasonable excuse, and I really don't think many other people think that way.
I'm definitely still working on it. It's something that still happened recently, just last year. So I just felt like, you know, all my life I grew up to be this perfect person. My parents were very proud of me. I never like went against them. So when I went to Japan, we were already engaged. So me coming back, my dad already put money on a down payment for the venue and stuff. I felt so guilty. So like even now, I know everybody is like forgiving of me, but I just have to work on forgiving myself still, because I still think about it, you know, how it affected everybody around me.
Damn, they were already engaged when it happened. I was kind of getting the feeling that it was early. That makes the 200% thing even worse. She wasn't just like a, you know, oh, I'm on my gap year, I'm traveling around. I've kind of been dating this guy for 6 months. I want to experience something new because I never really have. She had promised her life to him already. Oh, I really hope that guy doesn't ever watch this or ever see a clip of it. And yeah, damn, like as much as it sucks and I do not approve at all, I hope both of them can forgive and forget and move on and have a happy marriage together forever. Kind of for both their sakes.
All right, guys, that's a wrap.
Damn,
Come on, go.
that was...
1, 2, cheater. No,
Oh no, who said that?
1, 2, cheater. No,
Was it the engaged girl? I really hope not. Oh, the fact that they are just huddling around and laughing at the end makes me feel like they've learned nothing from this experience. I mean, I really thought we'd get a much greater sense, at least, of introspection, reflection, growth. I mean, the only time that they changed their mind was when they were talking about them being victims of cheating. And, you know, I thought there was a possibility that people could come in with things that I'd be like, oh, damn, you kind of changed my mind on that. But most of them were just smug morons. This is another one, by the way, where a follow-up would be really cool. It would have to be way down the line, like so far down the line that I would have forgotten about it entirely and stopped caring. But like 40 years down the line, it would be so interesting to see if any of these guys ended up in a relationship and they just stayed loyal for decades. Because, I mean, the way they talked and carried themselves in this, I would put a lot of money on a lot of them cheating again very, very soon. Wow, what an infuriating video. Well, if you made it this far, congratulations, shout out you. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I found it quite hard, but at the same time, it was interesting and a little bit cathartic doing a video with commentary on it. I hope the brief periods of me yapping in between clips allowed you to calm down somewhat. And ultimately, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to subscribe down below so you can catch whatever I do next. Leave a comment to let me know your thoughts. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye.